I wanted to take a brief moment to say hello and remind you that June is approaching. June is Pride Month, and this is the month. This is the time of year that some people will share things about Pride. So people who are not a part of the LGBTQ plus community will share things about Pride, negative and positive. And the people who post things positive about about Pride, well, I don't know if I would say it's positive, but I mean, some people, and mostly companies, will post things saying, "Oh, Happy Pride," blah blah, and have merchandise with different stuff on it. But these people and these companies, you don't hear from them in regard to the LGBTQ plus community outside of June. They it's like this 1 month of the year they claim themselves to be an ally, and the rest of the year it's kind of like silent treatment. So I thought I would just say a moment on here that being LGBTQ plus is not limited to 1 month. I do a podcast each day. I started a podcast each day for Autism Awareness Month because I'm autistic, and I wanted to talk about my experience being autistic. So I started a podcast on my perspective, my journey, my experience being autistic. And so this month I thought, I'm going to start, and wait, backtrack a little bit. And then at the end of that month, after Autism Awareness Month ended, I thought, you know what? I'm autistic every day of the year. I'm going to have this podcast every day of the year and talk about my journey, my life being autistic. And now this month, I was thinking, you know what? I'm going to do that same thing. I'm going to start a podcast about being queer, my experience being queer. Because there's some visibility as far as like the LGBTQ plus community, but I think each of us have our own story to tell, our own version. Sometimes our own version of the same story. Sometimes, I guess, but it's like the LGBTQ plus characters that you see in media don't necessarily reflect everyone in the LGBTQ plus community. And I don't know, maybe that needs to be addressed. There needs to be a diversity I think it, in some ways, it's getting better. I really like that one guy's TV show. I think he's autistic, and I don't remember the name. I'm horrible about remembering names of shows and names of people. So it's a show that I think he's autistic, but he's queer and autistic, I think. And I really like that show. And that's the. But I think there needs to be more representation, especially with certain types of people that you don't see presented. Anyway, I thought I would take a moment to say Happy Pride. It's not June yet, but I want to say now, Happy Pride.